time to knock some things off your bucket list. First up, travel the world. If you've always wanted to visit Hong Kong or vacation in the Swiss Alps and wondered what it was like, well, Jeanette, Yvette, and Tina got the scoop for you. These jet-setting divas are always at some fun and exotic place experiencing the best of what life has to offer. And each week, they'll tell you all about it. These ladies are always high-flying loads of fun.
Hi, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina, and we are the Jet Setting Divas. Hey, ladies.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, you all.
So today I am really excited because we have a guest. And this is a guest that is great with travel. And I've been wanting to get her on the podcast for a while now. So I'm really excited about this guest that we've got coming up.
Awesome.
Oh, great. I want to hear all about everything she has
You
to
gonna
say.
tell us her name? You gonna give her a name?
Okay, so her name is Shaniqua Epps, and she has a travel group. It's based here in the Dallas Metroplex, but overall, she has people in her group from throughout the country and probably even throughout the world if she wanted to. So hopefully Shaniqua will be on. Hi, Shaniqua.
Hi,
Good
So
to see you again.
I was
Hello.
just introducing you,
Okay.
Shaniqua Epps of Girls in Motion. Shaniqua didn't believe this, but I was really blessed to find her group when I first moved here because I didn't know anybody and I wanted people to travel with. And Shaniqua the first time I went to her event, she just opened her arms up and gave me a big hug. And so Shaniqua, welcome to our podcast.
Thank
Welcome,
you. And
We're
no,
glad
I
to
did
have
not
you
know
on.
that, Jeanette. I didn't know that at all.
I told you that though.
I'm a big hugger, so I don't meet a stranger. So, when I do host these events, I try my best to make everybody feel welcome since pretty much the majority of the people here are placed here. They're alone, don't have much family here.
Right.
Move from to a major city from like maybe a small town or another state. So thank you. I'm appreciative of that. And you're still here. I must did something right.
So Shaniqua, we have our initial. How did you get our initial interest in understanding about you and the gyms? Can you tell us about how you started this group, Girls in Motion? Because I know, Shaniqua, you have family here in Dallas. All your family's here. So honestly, you didn't have to start this group because you already have family members that travel with you.
Yes,
so how did you start this gyms? And where'd you come up with the name? How'd you come up with this name, Girls in Motion?
Funny story about the name. We'll start there.
Okay.
Funny, but do you know how when you go into the restrooms at these malls and things like that, and you're drying your hands, and you see the little in motion with the little wind on it?
Yeah.
That's literally how it came about.
That's where it came to. Oh wow!
You just looked at it.
I have been trying to come up with a name for the group, and so my background is in graphic arts, right, and web page design. So of course I wrote out about 200 plus different names, and nothing was right until one day it was like right there in front of my face, like in motion. We're all women. We're going places. Wind blows all over the world, and I'm like, you know what? Girls in Motion, short for gyms. And that's literally how I came up with the name. Now, how I came up with the group itself, to piggyback on what you said, Jeanette, I came up with the group because I didn't have people to travel with. Yes, we all have family, we all have friends, but people that you travel with, they're just totally different. That's a different group and a different breed of people. So me and my cousins were supposed to be going out of town, and they canceled last minute. We were going to Aruba. They canceled last minute. I got tired of us planning stuff and canceling. And in the middle of the night, laying in bed about 2-3 o'clock in the morning, I started researching like different travel groups, things to do, and Meetup came up. I had never heard about it before. Meetup came up, and I said, I'm just going to start me a group. And I just started typing. I didn't have a name at the time. I just started typing. And I had like about 10 people that signed up to go with me to Aruba. That was my first trip.
Wow.
2 of us ended up going. And we had a blast. It was just me and that person. But basically, I told myself, I need some new friends. And that's how the group started.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So
That's
it was
awesome.
never started
It's
as a
hard.
business. It was pretty much started as a girlfriend. Let's go and travel. We're all tired of the people around us not wanting to do nothing. They talk about it, but don't be about it. So I said,
Exactly.
you know what? I'm about to go get some new friends. And that's what happened.
Exactly. That is a common thing where you try to get people to go on trips. Everybody talk, but they don't do. They do nothing. You say you want to go. Yeah, I'll go with you. Then when it gets time to take out some
Pay
money,
your money.
book,
Yes.
and they are just MIA after that. That's
Yeah.
why I like to travel with Tina and Jeanette, because when we say we're ready to go, they're ready to go.
It's time to go.
There is no hesitation at
See,
all whatsoever.
a lot of my new friends that I have met through the group, pretty
Mhm.
much I see a deal, I say, hey, let's go. We all have travel credit cards and we are on it. Let me give you my credit card number. Where are we going? Where do I book? Where's the link? What dates you're going? And everybody sign up. So when I do my
That's what we
one-off
like.
vacations, I literally can't even text all the people I know because
Mhm.
everybody will go.
Back in.
And they'll already expect me to do all the planning. But I'm like, I'm on vacation. I don't want to do the planning on my one-off trips. So
Right.
pretty much having the right group of friends and having the right group of friends that have travel funds set
Yep.
aside
Yeah, that's
are like
important. Yeah, I think
very
that's I
very
think that's I think
important.
that's where people always kind of they fall off. They want
Yes,
to do it, but they need somebody to plan. They need to have money, and then they need to be ready to pull the trigger and be ready to go.
yes.
I have a question. So my question is, how do you get all these people together, all these women together?
I would
What's your
say,
method? What's your method to get everyone engaged? And you
okay.
can tell a little bit about your process.
Well, first of all, developing a system of trust is very important in
Exactly.
relationships in general, whether it's a relationship on your job or just a relationship with a girlfriend or anything like that. So I first develop a an environment of everybody's comfortable and they have trusted me to create these experiences for them. So the way I get everybody excited about going somewhere, I'll host little meetups. We may go out to eat, we may have a happy hour. So just small things for them to come out and meet other like-minded women.
Oh
And
wow.
so once we do a little bit of that, then I pretty much introduce them to our Facebook group, Girls in Motion. So once they're on the Facebook group, at that time is when I become a lot more sociable. So
Okay.
although
Okay.
the group started on meetup.com, it has transitioned to Facebook because I'm more interactive. So
Right.
Okay.
I think what
Awesome.
the women really like is I'm there. I'm
Yeah.
present. They can communicate with me. They can inbox me. They can call me. They can text me. They can do whatever. And I'm pretty much like their friend. They
Right.
can come to me for anything. And so once we have developed that friendship, it
Uh-huh.
makes them want to go with me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
And we
many
and
have
we
been.
saw that live in motion. We saw that live in motion. You go to the depths with your group. I mean,
Yeah.
I
She
would love to have
will.
you as a travel companion.
She's a great.
They've been burned a lot.
She's a travel leader, and Shaniqua, and I'll give people an example of something that I saw you do just this year. We were going to Hawaii, and it wasn't a gym trip. I think we were just all kind of going and kind of talked about it and decided to go. And there was one lady in the group that didn't get the right COVID test. And she couldn't enter into Hawaii, and you actually stayed back with her in the United States. So I think that says a lot to your character.
Yeah.
We flew back.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't
I
stay.
had to take a 5-hour trip
Yeah,
back
you
to
actually
California.
You flew back. She didn't stay back into the United States. She actually flew back from Hawaii back to California
Yes, from
to
Hawaii
get
back to
her.
California. Yes, because
Yes.
my unspoken motto, and people in the group will tell you, it's no gems left behind. It's just I basically the same way, like in the Bible, treat everybody like you want to be treated. So I would hope that people would do the exact same thing for me
Yeah.
that I do for them, but it's just my character.
Yes.
I was feeling bad, since she was the only one that couldn't make it through. And I would not have enjoyed myself if I knew that she was somewhere else when we all came on a trip together.
That's
Yes, that is
awesome.
awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome.
That's great. I mean, you need people to feel comfortable. People feel comfortable. When they feel comfortable with you, then they're going to trust you. When you put
Yeah.
trips together, they're going to want to go with you because they know it's not going to be problems. And that's awesome. But Shaniqua, I would like to know about name a few trips that you've gone on, in the last couple of years.
Well, as the pictures are coming across the screen, one of the trips I am most proud of is Egypt,
Wow.
where we visited 3 different cities in Egypt.
Hmm.
Um, Also, another one I'm very proud of is Thailand. And Thailand, we actually incorporated 2 more days stay over in China,
Okay.
and other trips that were not as hectic as Thailand and and Egypt was Costa Rica and
Wow.
Aruba, which Aruba basically, I loved Aruba from the first day I stepped foot on that island, and I have since been 3 times.
Huh?
And
Wow.
Mexico, I
Hmm.
think 3 times with the group. So we've been, far and wide.
Yeah.
Non-passport
Right.
was, so I'm more of a have passport, will travel kind of person. If I'm gonna spend the
Okay.
money, I want to use my passport and go, because the
Right.
flights in the
Right.
U.S. sometimes are more expensive than the flights in other countries.
Exactly.
Yes.
That is true.
Yes.
Well, you see, we see that you are well traveled and that you have gone
Absolutely.
to quite a few places, and those pictures are awesome. Look like you got a lot of people going. Do you have some
Yeah.
upcoming trips
That's what
that
I want to
you
hear
are
about,
doing?
Shaniqua.
We
What's
need to
coming
know
up?
about
What's coming up
those.
later this year, next year? Shaniqua, I know
So,
one of your trips that I
so
definitely want to
I
get in
can
on.
I can say with everything that the world is facing right now, I have decided that I would do more intimate travel, at
Uh-huh.
least for this year. So this year in December, I rented a house out in Akamal, which is about 30 minutes away from Tulum. So
Uh-huh.
that trip is only for 20
Okay.
people. So that's already maxed out. And other than that, I have a trip coming up to Costa Rica, which that one is already sold out too. And that's only because I limited it for
Right.
20 people,
Yes.
only
Right.
because I'm trying to get people back into the habit and the comfort level of traveling.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So in our other trips, we have 40 people going on this trip,
Yeah.
45 on this one, 50 on this one. But there's so much uncertainty that's taking place that I wanted to create more intimate experiences.
That's
Yes.
So
awesome.
besides Costa Rica, I have Ecuador, which I maxed that trip out at 35, and that one is already sold out too. And I hate leaving people behind, but I feel that that's the best thing for me to do right now until the world opens back up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So that's what's on my agenda. And then, of course, Thailand, a redo of Thailand, except instead of going to Koh Samui, we're going to visit Phuket and Phi Phi Islands, and that's going to take place Thanksgiving of next year.
That's
Wow.
the one that I've been talking to
Wow.
you about. So, Shaniqua, I've got a question for you. Yeah, I'm the budget person. I'm the cheap person, really, in the group. So,
I'm cheaper, I promise you.
uh, so what I want to ask you is, if somebody is on a budget, how does this group work with them? I mean, I know a lot of people think, okay, for me to go overseas, for me to go to Egypt, it may be $2,000-$3,000. How does your group make it affordable, where that budget person, that person who may be trying to pay off some bills, but they still want to travel? How do you make these trips budget friendly?
Well, I can tell you that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Like I said, I started the group on friendship, trust, and honesty. Okay, so since I've developed that system of trust and honesty, I will always work with you. You know, as long as you give me your deposit, I have low monthly payments. So they can pretty much say pay me $300, and then their trip may be only $150 a month, depending on how far in advance that I plan it. But what you all in the world don't really know what go on behind the scenes. Since people trust me, they may have a death in the family, and they've been paying on their trip, say 6 months. They reach out to me directly to tell me what shortcomings they have. And I may not be able to pay this month, or I may not make next month. Can you help me out? Somebody else is going to college. Somebody else has lost their job and they've been laid off. So I have created a system to where I'll help you out as long as you remain honest with me and open. So keeping an open line of communication, I am better suited to work with you and your current finances, because I would hate for someone to have to give up on their dream trip, say like Thailand is their dream trip, because of something that came up at home.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I think that's
so
really
many friends and honesty. They're always honest with me, and they'll even contact me ahead of time. It doesn't look like I'm going to make my payment on time. What can I do? And there have also been times where I have covered the trip out of my own pocket, because I trust them enough to do what they say that they're going to do.
Yeah.
And they may still be paying me 3-4 months after the trip has taken place. But those are things that I deal with on a one-on-one basis.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember you doing that.
And I don't want them to miss out on an opportunity, because I can't promise you when I'm going to go back on a 24-hour flight. You know, it's no guarantees.
Right.
I'm like, what can I do to allow this opportunity to happen?
That's a testament too, Shaniqua, to who you are as a person and your character and the group as a whole, you know. So that's one thing that I saw when I first joined the group. Shaniqua was like paying for people. She's coaching people until they can pull it together. So
but nobody will ever know who it is and what's going on, because their personal business is kept between me and them.
Absolutely. But
so that has really worked.
So that's what I would say, Shaniqua, you are a blessing to people, and your group is a blessing to people, in that it not only brings people together to make friends, but it also lets you see the world, and you pretty much handle all the planning. And we know there's a lot of work to the planning part.
Yeah. And I just have to say, you are traveling with love. I mean, that is awesome to know that, you know, you care that much to make sure that everyone have a great experience. Yeah. That's awesome.
I do. And I can say that they tell me quite a bit of how much I'm a blessing to them. And because of the friendships that have been formed, some people have been roommates. Just this week, 2 ladies met in my group. They're out of town together now. 3 other ladies I met in the group. They're out of town. They were out of town last week. 6 other ladies met in the group. They were just out of town last week. So I'm developing a sisterhood bond between everyone, so that they feel safe not only with me, but they feel safe with other ladies as well. So it's these what I'm the most proud of. I can honestly say I'm most proud of the relationships that are being formed as a result of something that was not my doing. You know, this one, none but the Lord. A lot of times I want to quit.
That's
crazy. I can't keep on doing this. But then
that's great information.
Somebody will send me a random gift, a random letter. Shaniqua, thank you so much. I'm so blessed because of you. I'm like, Lord, you funny. Because I was ready to give up, you know.
Okay, Shaniqua, it was great having you on the show.
Yes, so much information. Thank you so much.
No
that was
problem.
Awesome.
Any other questions y'all want to throw at me?
Shaniqua, if there's new ladies through, and I know that there was one lady that I traveled with from with the gyms. We went to Aruba. She was out of Las Vegas. So can you give us your information so that if any women throughout the United States, and I even said the world, want to join up and become a Girls in Motion, that they can come and join and come on some of your trips?
I would say, I mean, I don't want to lie about what the website address is. I'm so unprepared. But if you look on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, it is under GEMS Travel, GEMS Travel, or just search for Girls in Motion with the letter E, GIRLSENMOTION. So the best way to contact me is through Facebook, or feel free to send me an email to girlsinmotion@gmail.com, and I will give you any information that you want.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
Awesome. It was great talking with you.
Yes,
I mean,
you
you got to come back. You got to come back. We want more information.
Whenever y'all need me, I am available to be a jet setter. Sit on the counter with y'all.
You know, Shanika, I was a GM before I was a jet setting divas.
Yeah. It's been wonderful talking to y'all. Thank y'all for the invitation.
Thank you so much.
You've been that one I wanted to get on for a while, so I'm actually glad that I'm giddy about you being here.
I would definitely come back so we can have a longer conversation.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ladies, any final recaps after talking with Shaniqua? I mean, I've traveled with her and I'm part of GEMS, and I think you all are too. And it's just a beautiful group to be a part of. I've met a lot of friends there. I've traveled to Mexico and to Aruba and to many wonderful places. I'm actually planning on going on some trips next year because she's doing some bucket list trips that I want to get in on. So do you all have any, Tina, you got any final recaps?
No, I think we're ready. I think I'm good. I think we got a lot of great information.
Absolutely, we did.
Sure did.
And if you're anyone throughout the world and you want a group of like-minded professional women to travel with, look up Shaniqua Epps and the Girls in Motion on Facebook. Well, ladies, I'm Jeanette.
And I'm Yvette.
And I'm Tina. And we are the Jet Setting Divas.
Make sure you follow Jet Setting Divas on all social media platforms. That includes Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. And visit our website at www.jetsettingdivas.com. Travel to live, live to travel. Let's go somewhere. See you all next time as the Jet Setting Divas chat it up. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Tune in next Thursday when the Jet Setting Divas will tell you about another fun destination spot that you'll want to visit. For more on their excursions, log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.